Okay, welcome back. I have here once again Davide Pagnotto, my good friend, and today I want to ask him a personal question. I'm going to put him on the spot right away. And what I want to ask you, Davide, is you're like a reasonably mainstream executive, MBA, dealing with whatever power and energy, like me, division. And then suddenly, well, maybe not so suddenly, something changed and you did a personal development course. But what is it that, first of all, what is it that you think turned you around? And then what happened next? Because I think a lot of our audience would love to hear that.
You mean after the course, what impact it had on me?
Yeah, but not even just the course. Where was your turnaround in life? When do you think it's what happened?
I don't see my life as a number of turnarounds. There's a big
Okay.
journey going. I've
Uh-huh.
never been big on planning, and I've always followed what felt right in the moment. So so 1.5 years ago, I just felt that the company I was working for was going through a tough time, and I found myself in this situation again where it's not nice to work in a toxic environment, etc. So I thought, okay, I can now either look for another corporate job, something again like this, or I can try something completely different. And by that time, I had been an executive coach and a life coach on the side of my mainstream job
Hmm.
for a few years already, and my love for personal development and developing the team I had, unlocking the potential had already been there for many years. So I decided, okay, let's follow my passion, and then I started working with Dr. Rao
Dr. Rao,
on the creativity and personal mastery course.
okay. So for those of you who missed, by the way, we already briefly described the creativity and personal mastery course, what it is. Just look back on my posts. What do you think is the core? Like, what would you say personally? What changed? What sparked this kind of transformation for you within this course?
So the main impact that he had on me was anyway, everyone has different experiences, but I had we all play different roles in our lives. We have a role at home with our family, we have a role in the office with our colleagues, we have a role with our friends, and but in my case it was like it was more than roles, it was like three different personalities, and it's tiring to have three lives, and it's stressful, and you also have like a complete disconnect inside of you, and confusion. So that was around 10 years ago, I would say. And then after taking the course 10 years ago, uh, this is the number one impact that it had on my life. I actually reunited my three different personas, and life has become more genuine, more creative, uh, I'm more mindful. I'm living as the person I am, and every joy I have is more real, and
Mm.
it's really about me. So it's also I also have less anxiety when you have three different personalities. How do you take a decision? What is right to do? When you have three different, for everything you want to do, you have three different ways to do it. What is right? It's so stressful.
Yes.
And while now there's only one way. There's my way, and I'm a lot less anxious. I'm a lot less worried about the future. Um, I was also very always worried about my performance. What would friends think of me? What do colleagues think of me? What my family think of me? And I don't live in that world anymore now. And that I realized that was a very me-centered attitude, actually, because you're just worried about other people's opinion on you, and but that's I've changed my attitude now. At that time, I was thinking like, okay, there was me on one side and the rest of the world on the other, and I needed to find a way to go through the world without being hurt. And now I have reunited these components. So it's all me on one side and the world on the other. It's me in the world. And all of a sudden, everyone around me is not an enemy anymore. Is and is not someone I need to protect myself from. Is part of me. Is part of my life. Is part of my identity. Everyone around me is part of my identity. So all of a sudden, there's more love around me rather than threats, and life has become so much easier. Yeah, I felt like I had lots of unnecessary obstacles that I had put in my mind myself, and I was able to remove them and kind of go back to basic.
Yeah. Beautiful. What you're describing is, I mean, first of all, I can relate to that myself. It's a holistic approach to, it's basically bringing all of yourself, integrating, coming to your center. And wholeness is the only word I can describe as, wholeness, bringing all of yourself together rather than living parts out and living different roles, as you say. Beautiful. I think a lot of people can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of people are struggling with it right now. And so this message is very pertinent because there are millions, literally millions of us who are disenchanted with corporate kind of careers and are looking to become whole. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
you're a bright example.
Thanks.
Thank you.